Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nightwind Archer. Thank you so much for joining me in this series. I'm very much enjoying playing The Witcher. So last episode was just a lore episode. Basically, we just read from the lore journal. What are you looking at, old lady? We were just looking at our journal and just reading a bunch of different things, and that's about all we did the entire time. But we got caught up and we read everything, and now we need to get back with what we were doing. That's a memory of a blade, if I remember correctly. We managed to get some information from the wretched cheat. He won the sword from, and by wretched cheat, they're referring to the gambler. The gambler is the one that had the silver sword that is currently on my back. He's the one that had it, that Taller had got it from, and then now he, the gambler, is saying that he got it from the gardener. So this silver sword has been through so many hands. We don't know much information. All we know is it's not Berengar's, from what we have been able to gather. And lastly, he won the sword from the gardener. So I guess like in a dice game or something like that. So let's go ahead and talk to the gardener. We need to speak to him. Oh, looks like there's a cutscene.
St. Lebioda's hospital for victims of the Catriona plague. Only 2 stages after this. Old Vizima and hell. Damn, I'm gloomy.
Damn, I'm gloomy. That's... oh, another cutscene.
No passage.
I'm going inside.
Disease patients inside. I'll not have you spreading the pestilence.
Okay, that's why I have the ring now. I now have the ring that I can show. This is what Vincent Meese gave me. Okay, so that line was not voiced. Alright, here's the guy I need to talk to. See what he knows about this sword.
Look how they grow.
I'm more interested in silver swords.
I knew one of you would come by eventually.
You lost it playing dice?
I was sure I'd win. Beware the sharp one plays well.
Where did you get this sword?
5 years ago there was a battle near Brenna. When the dust had settled, our men had beaten the Nilfgaardians. We ceased to call ourselves an imperial province that day.
You captured the sword during the battle?
Yes, it was Witcher Cohen's. A strapping
Cohen.
fellow and a rare breed. Not very talkative, mind you.
Like most of us.
I gave my word the sword would find another Witcher. As he lay dying, he mumbled about teeth and destiny. Then he laughed at his own death.
Yet you lost it gambling?
I kept it hidden for 5 years. I lost hope I'd ever run into another Witcher. Miss Shani knew Cohen. She works at the hospital.
Thanks.
Good luck on the path.
Wait a second. Okay, so this is huge information. So the Battle of Brenna, if I remember correctly, from some of the lore that I've read, the Battle of Brenna was a huge, very important war that stopped Nilfgaardian expansion into the northern kingdoms. And for some reason, a Witcher was in that battle, which is surprising to me because normally war is not really the Witcher's provocation. I might not even be using that word correctly, but it seems that I don't know why Cohen, this Witcher named Cohen 5 years ago, would have been in that battle. But I can show it here on the map. This is Brenna, and this is the town where you could even think on this map that was made by somebody. They even marked it as a location where a battle occurred. All right, but let's talk a little bit more. See if I can use all of these options.
Don't you fear the plague?
My garden brings joy. When Melitelli decides my time has come, I will go happily.
Tell me about your mercenary days.
Bring me a morsel to eat and we'll talk.
A morsel? Do I have food? A bribe? Oh, I didn't realize. I don't want to do this. Let's just do it. Fine, I'll pay the toll.
For a bite to eat. Thank you.
You were saying...
During the war, I served as a mercenary under pretty Kitty herself. You've heard what a warrior she was. What a woman.
Who's Pretty
Strong
Kitty?
women. Nothing on this earth like them.
Too true. We could take on anyone. I saw half the world as a member of Pretty Kitty's corps of mercenaries. We even went to Zerrikania.
That's really far.
It was hell. Hot as an oven, and humid as a bathhouse. We massacred the natives while Zerrikania massacred us. They have flies there that creep up your nose at night and lay eggs. Then the larvae eat your brain and crawl out your eyes once they mature into flies. Disgusting.
Tsetse flies.
Many of us died thus. There were also diseases, venomous spiders and snakes, and many other afflictions I can't even name. I even saw a striped horse. After almost 8 months of fighting the jungle, we had to retreat. Impossible to win a war if you can't locate your enemy. It was the only defeat Pretty Kitty ever suffered.
Interesting story. Thanks.
Look how they grow.
Wow, okay, so last episode we actually read about the tsetse fly when we were reading our journal, and it's really cool to see that it's not just wasteful reading that, doesn't play a role. Thaler has experience with them when he was in the land of Zerrikania. So that's just terrible. Not him personally, but, having flies crawl out your head, but who is Pretty Kitty? I'm not exactly sure who he's referring to. Not sure who Pretty Kitty is.
I'm here about the notice.
You look like a warrior. Care to kill Echinops for me?
Certainly.
Bring their thorns as proof.
Sure, no problem. I did get that contract a long time ago. Yeah, so I'll definitely kill Echinops, which would be, as we learned in the lore episode as we learned in the last episode, basically, Echinops grow where the victims of terrible crimes are committed. It's really amazing. Okay, so now that since we're here at St. Lebioda's hospital, let's go ahead and come in here and see who we can talk to in here. So we're now got a journal entry for St. Lebioda's hospital. Let's read this. The hospital, named after the prophet Lebioda, was set up in a former temple of Melitele. To this day, a triple-bodied statue of the goddess stands inside. Nurses and novices work there, trying to help those struck by the plague. It is not a pleasant place, filled with the moans of the suffering and the stench of their excretions. Those who do not survive the disease, meaning the overwhelming majority, are thrown into a pit behind the hospital. Jeez. Every once in a while, the bodies are burned to prevent the plague from spreading. Recently, the Order of the Flaming Rose placed the hospital under its protection. Yes, the Order of the Flaming Rose is the militant arm of the cult of Melitele. Yeah, that's it would just be terrible. It would be so awful in these times to contract the plague. Just imagine, you're living in these times and you get told, that you have this plague and that your days are numbered and you don't have long on this earth. I mean, that is just an awful way to go. To go at all, to have your life end is just the worst. So anyway, I'm just looking to see if there was anything here. The Witcher's Silver Sword. For some reason, there's now an update to that. You now have a Witcher's Sword. I've had that forever. Yeah, okay, so there's that. So let's just continue looking around to see. There's Shani, of course, which we do want to talk to. So let's go ahead and talk to Shani. I think he said that, there's the prisoner right there. Let's go ahead and talk to her.
Geralt, you managed to get out of prison.
I did, though it wasn't easy.
I've heard about your deeds.
I see you're working at the hospital.
I'm fighting the plague. No time for chit-chat.
When can we talk?
I've a room in the northern end of town. Stop by after work.
Okay.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
Okay, so stop by after work.
I saw guards.
They delivered this badly injured man.
Who injured him?
Guards won't talk to me. He must be important. They want a quick recovery.
I'd like to question this man.
Come back in the evening. The guards might be more talkative, especially with strong drink in hand.
Actually, that makes
I'll come
sense.
back later.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
I need to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well, I suppose.
Visit me at home. The
Yeah,
hospital's no place for personal matters.
okay.
Where are you staying?
I have a room in the northeastern end of Vizima.
Easy to find?
Opposite the house, there's a small square with a sculpture of a snake. Quickly, I need to get back to work.
Oh, so that's near the Merchant Street. Or that is in the Merchant Street.
How can I help?
Your skills are no good here.
Shani, I do other things besides kill.
We don't have a cure for the plague yet, but did you know Rusty?
Don't recall.
Before the plague took him, he discovered certain plant extracts retarded the disease's progress.
You need those plants?
Yes, the best one's celandine. Unfortunately, it's only found on swampy ground.
I'll try to help.
Every blossom counts. Bring at least 5 sprouts.
I should have plenty of that.
Here's the celandine.
Excellent. I'm really grateful.
Yeah.
I'd prefer a monster anatomy lesson.
I can tell you of Bloodsweakers.
Our mother, who
Ooh, okay, so character Shani, a celandine given to Shani. I already knew about the Bloodseekers because, probably, I think. Okay, so let's see. Old friend of mine, this is a new quest we have. I got celandine for Shani. I'm in her good books now. I need to talk to her more often. Maybe she'll ask me for another favor. For now, I think she owes me one. Okay, very cool. So we have that. There's also this novice nun. Here is the altar of Militile, which we've been reading about. The 3 forms. A mature woman, I think an old woman, and a pregnant woman. Oh wait, is it a young woman, a pregnant? I'm confused. So a young woman, a pregnant woman, and an older woman. These are the forms of Militile. Very interesting to see. Let's see if there's... Oh, I can give offering. Here's my supplication to the goddess. Wait, oath, sapphire, given, received what? What did I receive? I'm not sure what I just received. Oh, that's this up here. A Sephira symbolizing understanding, symbolizing majesty and glory. Malakad symbolizing the kingdom, symbolizing judgment. I don't know what these are, but I have received them. All right, what do you have to say?
have you come to pray to the Great Mother?
I'm not very religious.
Melitele loves even those who go astray.
That's kind of her.
How can I help?
Tell me more about your goddess.
Melitele is mother of all living things, the goddess of love, fertility, and healing.
Why does the statue represent 3 figures?
The goddess has 3 faces, symbolizing her different aspects.
What are those?
A young, carefree girl, a mature, pregnant woman, and a hunched old woman.
I see.
How can I help?
Well, there's not much more to say about that.
Farewell.
Farewell. Okay.
Our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Oh, that's very similar. That's a Catholic saying. That's a Catholic prayer from my understanding. Okay, so let's just look in here, see if there's anything of value. I've already read that. Cults and Religions of the Nordlings. I read that last episode, and I'll leave it there. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Shani one more time.
Hi, Geralt.
Hi, Shani.
I miss Oxenfurt sometimes.
You could always go back.
No, I'm needed here. Few have your immunity.
I wanted to talk.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
Right, and what I would like to do is I'd like to rest. So let's rest for a bit because she said to come back at nighttime. Okay, so let's wait until nighttime, and I don't know if this is late enough, but I hope it's late enough. And then I should be able to speak to the guards. I mean, it is nighttime here. Yeah, it's like 11 p.m. So let's talk and see if they will allow me through.
Stay away from the prisoner.
10 orens, that's not bad.
Stay away from the prisoner.
I want to ask some questions.
Oh gosh.
He's talking.
Kalkstein. He's passed out. Shove off.
There's a commotion in the corridor.
Bloody thugs. Ram's meat sent them.
What? Oh gosh. Okay, we got some issues. He's not gonna be a bother. He's no problem. See, fast style, I'm good. Let's go. Okay, let's go group style then. If there's gonna be. So why did Ram's meat send these guys? This is not right, you know, for this kind of a thing to happen in this hospital. They should keep their business elsewhere, not inside the hospital. How did the guards let them in? Well, I guess maybe they overpowered the guards. Okay. Honeycomb. Let's loot some of these guys. So apparently Ram's meat sent these guys after me. I guess maybe Ram's meat knew that I was here resting somehow. Okay, let's try this again. Can I talk to him now? Oh wait, there's more remains. Oh no. Kalkstein. So he said something about Kalkstein. That's all I really got from him. If we open our journal, what happened? We have Vizima Confidential. I've done some hell of investigators work. I began uncovering Vincent and I interrogated the witness in the hospital. I found new traces leading to Ramsmeat and Kalkstein. Time to get back to Raymond and summarize our discoveries. Yes, yeah, okay. So something about Kalkstein, or something about something about Kalkstein going on. The prisoner was in a hopeless condition. All he managed to do was whisper the name of Kalkstein. He couldn't proceed with the conversation as Ramsmeat's thugs raided the hospital. The name of Kalkstein is some lead. I wonder what Raymond is going to say about it. Okay, I know that Kalkstein is an alchemist, and Kalkstein has interest in creating golems. Maybe if I connect that thread, so Kalkstein is a crazy, like, mage, I think mage or alchemist, and he wants to create golems, from what I've read in my lore reading. At the same time, not Ramsmeat, but Azar Javed is interested in human modifications, in changing people in a biological way. So maybe they're trying to create some monster. They're trying to create some evil force. That's what it sounds like. And there are certain clues indicating that Kalkstein the alchemist is somehow connected to Azar Javed. I should talk to the alchemist. Maybe I will find out more. And then Ramsmeat. The evidence indicates that there is some sort of connection between Ramsmeat and Azar Javed. I will talk to the bandit and try to learn more. Yes, Ramsmeat seems to be like the militant arm here. It's really unfortunate that they just allowed that this fighting had to happen here. Really disappointing. So now that it seems to be late enough, I think we should try and go talk to Shani. It's definitely after work. So what I'm gonna do is, if we open our journal here, or actually maybe the map, that's the blacksmith, half-elf house, the gravedigger. Where would Shani's house be? There's Shani's house. She's over on Merchant Street, so, oh boy, more assassins. Well, you know what? Let's go. Let's take him on. We can do this. No problem.
Come on.
Now, he looks like a strong style guy, so... Okay, he's down. Oh, this is a fast style guy. What am I doing?
Die, bastard! Hit! Kill!
Hey, we got the the dwarf here to help me out. I really appreciate it. Ah, more fist deck. I don't know if I'll need that in the future for like bribing or anything, but there it is. I just need to get over there. Got him? This dwarf is just kind of following me everywhere. More fist deck. Does it take up 2 slots? Nope, it's 1 slot stacked. That's good. By the way, there is an advertisement I see here. It says, prefer hard and fast solutions? Don't care to strike more than once? Try the Terminator 2-handed battle hammer. Okay, it's an advertisement for... Right, so here is Shani's house. Now, I hate this lady because in my previous save, I had to deal with her, and she is a nightmare.
Welcome, dear. Do have a cup and keep an old woman company.
Okay, let's do this then. Is that enough? All I had was... No, I do have a little bit more. Dude, she's a drinker. Is it more? Okay. Okay, so there's 3 drinks.
What? You drunk?
Not true.
Out! Don't let me see you again!
She's drinking with me. How is that? Oh, great. And now I have a stammering issue here. Okay, so...
Not true.
Out!
Okay, so big issue here. Can't get in. Is there a way I can, like, rest here? Is there a rest nearby? Well, the old lady kicked me out of the house, so I'm having trouble here. I was told that, if I get, drunk, or if I have a problem getting in there, then I should just try again. It looks like maybe my drunkenness is already gone, so let's try and go back in. Hopefully she doesn't say anything about being drunk. Oh, okay.
Not
Out!
Alright, so let's just kill some assassins while we have some time.
I'll kill you!
Okay. More fist deck. Okay, so I went and rested by the fire, and we're gonna try coming in here again and see how this goes.
Where are you going? No one teach you manners?
I'm here to see Shani.
Sits in a room entertaining guests and pays next to nothing in rent.
Uh-huh.
Poor kitten, her mother can't even afford food for her. I don't dare feed her the medic's food. She'll likely fall sick.
Uh-huh.
Will you
Just keep
take
saying uh-huh.
pity on the kitty?
Alright, here.
Get out!
Oh my god.
Stomping into my home like that?
But
But I just gave her 10 orens. We gotta keep doing it over and over and over and over.
Welcome! Make yourself at home.
Really?
Old age is no jest.
Okay. I don't know if she's gonna let me come over this way because last save, it was an issue. But let's try and loot as much as I can. What is this? Grandma's Cordial. Perfect.
Welcome!
Oh,
Make
thank
yourself
goodness.
at home.
I'm glad she didn't kick me out. I'm making myself at home, stealing as much. Grandma's diary contains memories of the old hag's younger days. That's interesting. I definitely want to read that if I can. Oh no, please don't say anything. Welcome, make yourself at home. Oh, thank God.
Welcome. Make yourself at home.
I'm just afraid every time she looks at me that she's gonna throw me out of the house. Okay, let's get upstairs before, you know, my luck runs out. But before, and here is Shani, and I'm definitely gonna talk to her, but first, let's look at this. Let's look at Grandma's diary. I just stole Grandma's diary. The diary is bound with a pink ribbon. The inscription on the cover in a child's handwriting reads, "Whosoever reads a page will a monster enrage." Oh boy, so maybe that was not a good idea. But I do have it. I'm gonna loot Shani's stuff in the middle of the night while she's sleeping, which is kind of home intruder kind of thing. But I did get permission to be here, so, you know. All right, Sean. Oh gosh, I didn't expect this to be the case.
Finally, you found me.
Looks like it.
How'd you get past the old hag?
That nice lady downstairs?
She's made my life hell.
And mine as well. Why am I gonna say that?
Old hag. Should have died years ago.
It's not her fault how she was raised.
But...
You should have respect for tradition.
Oh God, I shouldn't have said that.
I don't want to talk about it.
Old people are like that.
At least my rent is low. Doctors earn little in Temeria. Many leave.
You stayed.
Someone had to.
Anyway.
Yes?
I don't really know the difference between these two, but let's...
Shani, I wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you saw Cohen shortly before he died.
That's right. How did you know?
I found his sword.
He died during the battle at Brenna, on my operating table.
Oh.
You were a medic at Brenna?
I worked alongside a surgeon named Rusty, best doctor I ever knew.
Knew?
He died when the Catriona plague erupted, in Maribor. Though a halfling, he could operate like no one else. He made everything seem simple. Stitch red to red, yellow to yellow, white to white, and everything will be all right. You wouldn't understand.
Sorry, Shani, I didn't know him. Do you know anything about this sword?
No, but you should ask the dwarf, Zoltan Chive. His knowledge of weapons is unmatched.
Okay, so memory of a blade here. Shani told me about Cohen, a witcher I used to know. He died in the Battle of Brenna. As for the sword itself, I should talk to Zoltan. He knows about things like that. Okay, very interesting. All right, let's talk to her one more time just to see if there's
Yes.
anything else. I'm sorry to bother you, it's just...
Shani,
I wanted to talk.
Okay.
what is it?
Sometimes I dream about the Battle of Brenna, the massacre.
I'm sorry.
But that's it. I'm not sorry. I wake up refreshed and it's like I'm used to suffering. Does that make sense?
It does.
Thanks. Sometimes it's good to share.
Don't mention it.
Okay, and is that everything I can speak to her about? Why is there a skeleton in your room? Oh, well, because she's a medic. That's why. That makes sense. And she studies the human body. Is there anything else?
Yes?
Shani,
I wanted to talk.
Okay.
sorry. Let's talk another time.
Okay, so there's nothing else. I've gotten all that. So I guess what I should do is maybe talk to Zoltan and see if you know, if I could. Let's talk to Zoltan and see what he says. Oh shoot, I did not see this guy coming. Okay, so this is not working. I need heavy style. There we go. Okay, so what I would like to do now is I would like to, sorry, if we look at our map, I would like to go to the detective's house. Where is the detective? Let's go to Detective Raymond's house. I want to tell him that I met the prisoner, and I'd like to know a little bit what he knows about, or, you know, just inform me of what I've learned about Kalkstein. So if we go to, so if we look at the Crown Witness here, the prisoner was in hopeless condition. All he managed to do was whisper in the name of Kalkstein. We couldn't proceed with the conversation as Rams meets thugs raided the hospital. The name of Kalkstein is some lead. I want to see what Raymond thinks about that. So he should be right over here, just outside the sewer entrance. Hope he's awake. Let's see, come up here. Okay, so he's asleep, but, you know, we got business, buddy.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
So, I got to the prisoner.
He spill anything?
Didn't have time. Ramsmeat's men attacked.
You sure? Strange. Ramsmeat wants Salamandra gone, unless something I don't know about has occurred.
Javed might have scared him, or paid him off.
Something to check. Did you get anything out of the prisoner?
One word. Kalkstein.
Makes sense. Kalkstein's known to be a talented alchemist. He could be helping Javed with his experiments.
I've met Kalkstein. He didn't look the criminal.
That might be true, but we need to check all our leads. Let's get to work. I'll ask around town, talk to my contacts. You keep an eye on Kalkstein. Gain his trust. Get to know his plans and secrets.
How do you want to proceed?
Patience. This is just like fishing.
I prefer hunting.
Yeah.
Gain Kalkstein's trust. Do him a favor. Learn something that interests him. You could get him to hire you. And talk to Ramsmeat, but don't overdo it. There's one with a short temper.
Gotcha. Okay, so Kalkstein and Ramsmeat, I'm going to have to talk with them and kind of get to know them a little bit more to see if they're really involved with Azar Javed. Let's talk to him again, though.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
There might be other things I can talk about here.
So, I questioned the captain of the city guard.
Any conclusions?
I think he's innocent.
Surprising. Sure he didn't pull the wool over your eyes?
Don't worry about my eyesight. It's not Vincent.
All right, I'll cross him off our list of suspects. For now. He's hiding something, that's clear, but I'll look into that later. What about our other leads?
What's it like being a private eye?
Lousy work in a town full of dirt and conspiracies. I spend most of my time spying on nobles and rich burghers who cheat on their wives. You can't imagine what people are capable of.
I don't think I care to imagine.
I recently followed Morton, commander of Foltest's palace guards. Heard of him?
I don't think so.
No.
I saw him in the stables with 2 young pages. You wouldn't believe.
I've heard enough.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
Okay. That's weird. Okay, so let's talk to him later then. All right, so maybe I should talk to Kalkstein. We can see we've got an update to our journal here. The Alchemist Trust. There is a strong evidence against Ramsmeat and the Alchemist Kalkstein. Raymond will take care of the former. I must gain the Alchemist Trust. In order to do so, I have to get an important assignment from him. So let's see if we can get an assignment. Apparently, maybe it's true that Ramsmeat was paid off by Azar Javed and his brutes. And maybe Ramsmeat is now working for Azar Javed. I'm not really sure. So let's see. This is Kalkstein's house. So let's go over to Kalkstein's house. Yes, right here. So let's talk to Kalkstein and see. We're gonna play it cool. We're gonna play it chill and pretend like, you know, we're all good friends and we don't suspect a thing. Kind of weird that I'm, you know, visiting him in the middle of the night, though. But let's go ahead and take all the loot. There is a book here. What is this? An Invitation to Magic. I've already read this, and that's because I've been reading like crazy. I've been reading all the books. So I'm pretty caught up on, I would say, interesting. I don't know this herb, though, after everything I've read. Okay, so let's talk to Kalkstein and see what he has to say.
Finally, the Witcher Geralt answers my call.
We meet again.
I need your help again.
With what?
A grave matter. Something that could prove a milestone in alchemy. Connected to your profession, too.
Tell me more.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
That was weird.
You had a job.
Help me fulfill my life's work. A tower stands in the forest swamp near Old Vizima.
A princess up top, dragon below? Thanks, but I'll pass.
Silence, please. Legend says a mage and alchemist built the tower. No princesses or dragons.
So what's my job?
The mage died ages ago, and the tower was forgotten. The power within it attracted and deformed nearby creatures.
In short, it breeds monsters?
Precisely. I want to examine that source, Witcher, and write a dissertation certain to immortalize my name. I'll have access to secrets that have been hidden away in that tower for years. Unfortunately, the tower is locked. I'll pay 1,000 orens to whoever helps me get inside.
Oh, absolutely. I can help with that. That sounds fun. It sounds like a really exciting story.
I'll see what I can do, though I'm sure this won't be easy.
Were it easy, I'd not need you. Breaking into a powerful mage's lab is complicated. We must gather detailed information on the tower.
Where do I find it?
In the tales and legends recounted by elders and swamp folk. In old books, too. Recorded wisdom is infinitely more reliable.
Any specific titles in mind?
Ransant Alvaro's The Secret Gates, and an alchemy treatise, Ain Soph Hour. I know a certain dwarf had a copy of The Secret Gates. The second book, written by an anonymous gnome, was lost long ago, and could be hard to find. While you search for these, you can test my newest invention, a crystal that links places of power and my workshop. It will allow you to teleport, disintegrating your being into billions of pieces that travel beyond the time-space curve.
And then it'll reassemble my being in your lab? Sure about this?
There is some chance of error, but it's minuscule.
Wow. A teleporting crystal? What? Inventory. This thing? A teleporting crystal, destination unknown. Wait, why would I want to do that, though? Why would I want to teleport to his lab? And where is his lab? Is his lab down here? Is this where his lab is? Let's just go down here. Ooh, what is this? A book? I've read that book. Wow. So, this is actually really cool. Although he may be a bad guy, he is giving me this place, this lab to use and teleport here, apparently. I don't know how I would teleport here. Yeah, this guy's super smart. He's like, he's figured out how to teleport people from places of power. Is there anything else I can talk to him about, though? I just want to make sure.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, so still tons to talk about him with him.
About the tower.
Yes?
Where can I find information on the tower?
Books are the most reliable storage of knowledge.
Anything else?
Listen to the swamp dwellers, too. Folk knowledge, myths, and legends are useful, though oral histories can become distorted.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay,
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
I'm really excited to read these books that he's talked about because I just love the lore, and I'm curious where I'll find these books. I know he did give me information on one of them and where to find it. But yeah, this is going to be a fun and exciting quest because the tower in a swamp, you know, used to be inhabited by a mage. Like, that sounds like stuff I'm going to really enjoy. All right, let's see. What else do we have here?
Let's talk about Salamandra. I think you're in league with them.
Oh, God.
What, me? Why?
That's what I'd like to know.
What is it you're after?
Oh, why would I just give him my hand like that? Why would I just say this? Maybe I shouldn't. I'm not going to tell him that I'm investigating him. That'll make him suspicious of me.
Something I don't have evidence for yet.
Is there anything else I want to talk to him about? I hate that it leaves the conversation. It's like, I still have stuff to say.
How do I get to the swamp?
Through the western gate is a dike leading to Old Vizima.
Yeah?
What then?
You'll find a ferry to take you to the swamp.
The ferry goes both ways?
Yes, there's a dock in the swamp near the brickmaker's hamlet.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm here about the notice.
You have Al Ghul marrow for me?
Not yet. But
No,
I'll give
yeah.
you some soon.
Hurry! I need it for my solutions.
Okay, cool. So I think I've exhausted everything that I could talk about with Kalkstein. Okay, so there is that, and I would say this has been a pretty long episode now, so I think we'll call it here, but this investigation is heating up. I'm really excited to learn more about this mysterious tower. I promised Kalkstein that I would get more information about the Mage's Tower in the swamp. 2 books are of particular importance, Einsof Hour and The Secret Gates. Very old publications as they are, they might be difficult to find. The dwarf had The Secret Gates, and I'll have to look for the other one among some old people interested in history. So I'm going to be finding these books hopefully in the future, hopefully soon, and hopefully we can start lowering the number of quests in this quest log. My goodness, that would be really cool. But man, it's getting really exciting. I can't wait to go to the swamps. I've never been to the swamps before, so that'll be a new area for me to explore. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm having a freak load of fun, and I will see you all next time.